Hello, 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 YouTube. It's your perfume principal. Thank you guys so much for joining my channel today. Guys, today is June 19th. June 19th, just think of it, Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth to all my people out there. Happy Juneteenth. Now, Juneteenth, the original year was June 19th, 1865. So that was 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. So in federal troops went to Galveston, Texas, right? They went to Galveston, Texas to ensure that all enslaved people were free because the Emancipation Proclamation ended slavery and people were still trying to have slaves. But in 1865, June 19th, they went to Galveston, Texas to ensure that all slave people were now free. And you know, to date, a lot of people are still fighting for their freedoms, whether it's within the United States or bordering countries or so forth, not just bordering countries within or external of the United States. People are still fighting for their freedom. And a lot of people are not entangled in physical slavery, but they have allowed their minds to hold them captives. Their mind has become the place of a dungeon, a place that has enslaved them. Remember, do not conform to the patterns of the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So a lot of us, we're still enslaved because of what we allow to live, what we are feeding in our hearts and our heart and in our mind. All right, guys. So, like I said, happy, happy, happy Juneteenth. And never forget that you are made in the image of God. So, the color of your skin is done on purpose. Nothing is done on accident when it comes to God. The color of your skin, you are the beautiful hue that you are because this is how you were meant to be created. This is part of your purpose. This is part of your testimony. This is part of your story. Let's go back to Juneteenth a little bit. So, a lot of people have this misconception of the flag that represents Juneteenth. The flag for Juneteenth is symbolizes the United States flag. The colors are red, white, and blue because that's saying that as an African American group, we are a part of the freedoms, the what is it, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness that everyone else is should be getting. We are afforded those freedoms also. So the red, white, and blue flags still hails high to African Americans in this country. All right. Now, a lot of people get the Pan African Liberation flag that came about in 1920. We sometimes use that as Juneteenth, which is also fine, with the red representing the bloodshed, the pain, the struggles that we have gone through as a people, the black representing us, the hues, the different hues that we come in, the beautiful rainbow that we come in as people of color. And then, of course, the green that represents the natural vegetation and lushness that is offered, that is makes up the continent of Africa. So that is a Pan African Liberation flag that came about in 1920. So, guys, today, like I said, happy Juneteenth, happy Juneteenth. Celebrate, celebrate. We are still here, wanting freedoms, black, white, and in between. So we're still here, so we thank God. We're gonna go over some fragrances that represent Juneteenth. So we're gonna go over a few fragrances that represent Juneteenth in my head, okay? So we are gonna start off with, I have two honorable mentions before I go into the tripod of the fragrances that I have. So when I think of the struggles and the pain that African Americans endure, the red in the flag, even though we endured the pain and the struggles, guys, it took strength and fortitude. It took amazing strength and fortitude for us to see what was done to some of our family members and so forth. And yes, we're not the only people that went through struggles and saw family members get hurt and stuff in front of us. But right now, we're specifically celebrating June 19th for the freedom of to ending slavery. So this fragrance, I don't even have the notes, but I've done it on a previous review. It is simply powerful. It goes on powerful. It'll stay all day. It'll stain your memory. When you smell this, you're always going to remember the struggle, but the success, the hardships, and the freedoms. You're going to remember. So this is no other than opulent red by the House of Lataf. And just look at that red that's in that Pan African liberation flag. Look at that beautiful red. So we're going to go ahead and spray it. Now this one has a mouthful of notes. Like I said, I do not have the notes with me, but I'm going to tell you every time I spray this, I want to wear it. And when I first got it, I wanted to get rid of it. Remember, when it comes to fragrances, I'm not just going to say Middle Eastern fragrances. When it comes to fragrances, this is so powerful. It just hit me again. When it comes to fragrances, it is best for them to sit for a few weeks for you to get the full effect. That is once you've sprayed them. But particularly now, I could say Middle Eastern fragrances. For me, I have a lot. Like I said, this is not a math lesson, but I will spray one like 8 sprays and let it sit for sometimes months. And when I spray it again, the smell is intoxicating. Man, this is so good. Like, I don't even know what to wear with this. If someone is a Middle Eastern connoisseur of fragrances, please help me come up with some layering combinations for Opulent Red by the House of Lattafa. This fragrance is, I'm not going to say it's a top 10, but it's definitely memorable. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is called Nyla. It's called Nyla by what is it? Hakayet. No, Arabia Prestige. It's called Nyla Suede. So look at that beautiful, just look at that beautiful, beautiful bottle. So of course the black in the Pan African Liberation flag represents us, represents me right here. And this fragrance, look at that beautiful bold blackness of this fragrance. But the juice inside is just a ferocious variety. I don't think ferocious was the word I'm looking for. It's such a plethora of notes that come together that just makes a jubilant smell. So this is just like people, but particularly African Americans. This is who I'm talking about right now. Coming together, guys, the music we listen to, the dances that we do, just the way that we celebrate each other, it's amazing. So this here is just a mixture of coconut, suede, different notes coming together. And actually, I do have this one. I didn't mean to do this one yet. I'm going to have to piggyback on this one because this is not the one. This is not an honorable mention. So just rewind in the back of your head. This one is one of the ones that goes with it. So this is the honorable mention. So this one is a smell alike. It's called Kenzie Oud Blend by Volare, and it is a smell alike of Vanilla Oudgasm by the House of Kayali. So I could continue on with what I started with Nyla Suede, guys. This is a mixture of vanilla oud, so it's easiness, it's your easy, soft vanilla, and then your sensual oud. So as a people, we come and we represent so many different facets of life. We have some people who are cooler, more calm, stronger, weaker, bolder, and so forth and so on. So just the compilation, just the mixture of the notes in this Kenzie oud blend, it just represents, it's reminiscent, it represents us as a people. Like it's not one thing, it's not just one vanilla scent in here, but coming together, we're in harmony, man. We're beautiful. When we come together for a common purpose, when we come together to fix each other's crown, we are a beautiful people. We are as beautiful, beautiful, beautiful as this Kenzie Oud. So it's just us coming together with a positive purpose. Like we're all different. We know that we're all different, but we can come together for common good. And this is Kenzie Oud. Wow. Y'all, that, my dear, is good. So I just want to try something. Wow, this is, oh, that's a blank one. This, I mean, I smell the vanilla, guys. Mm-mm-mm. So that is a great representation of us as a people. So now we're going to go with the three ones that I have notes to talk about. So we could go ahead and start off with the Nyla suede, since I kind of started off with that one already. So the Nyla suede has top notes of coconut, praline, and caramel. That, that's so beautiful because we come in those shades: coconut, praline, and caramel. What shade am I? Heart notes of ylang ylang. What is that? Vanilla, milk, cashmere wood. Base notes of leather, so the toughness of the leather, guys. Sandalwood, ambergris, and musk. So all of those together make us. They make us. Just all those different mixtures, all those different notes coming together, such far-fetched notes coming together and making such a beautiful scent. So again, this is Nyla Suede by the House of Arabiette Prestige, and this is representing us as a people. Mm. And boy, are we sweet. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is delicious. The coconut, the caramel. This will go with Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford. This will go with Croix Farson Unlimited by Latafa. This will go with Cream Velvet. Any of the Bianco Latte smell alikes. Oh my gosh, because of the coconut note, it goes Mousse Mum White Intense. It would go Versace Crystal Noir, the black bottle. Man, this, even though the bottle is black, guys, and you think, oh, when you get a black bottle, it's more towards the winter. This is a definite spring scent, spring summer scent. I could even see it adding some Sahar from Latafa or some Arabian's Tonka by Swiss Arabian to give it a little sweetness, and just smells like it. The coconut will go well with some almonds. Wow, this is great. This will go great with Bloomin' Bliss or Farson White, or what is the one that is mimicking? Vanilla Powder by Matière Premiere. Mm-mm-mm. This will Bond Tribeca. This will go well with that. This is just Born to Stand Out Sugar Addict. It'll go well. Like, this is just creamy powder. This probably would even go with Dama Bianca or Genou Noir. I would definitely try that. But you guys know my Genou Noir finished last month. Or not last month, in March. All right, so the next one we're going to go to, this one is going to represent the, this is going to represent the, excuse me, the hardship, the bloodshed, all that stuff. Hardship, bloodshed, and all that stuff that we've endured. Excuse me, guys, I had to reach. All right, so this one has top notes of, listen, this is weird: black cherry, black liquor, almond, and sour cherry. Because sometimes we're sweet and sometimes we're sour. This one has base notes, mid notes of plum, raspberry, jasmine, sambac, and damask rose. Again, sometimes we're so sweet. And then it has base notes of vanilla, vetiver, cloves, cedar, and patchouli. And we're going to end up strong. We're going to end up very strong with that foundation of that patchouli. All right, guys. So this one, like I said, represents all the bloodshed and the hurt. And we go through it strong. We know that it is a sacrifice we had to make, but we did it. This one is no other than Cherry Bouquet by the House of Afnan Cherry Bouquet. And I have a laundry list, and this is a smell alike of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Great atomizer. And this is really good. Just you smell the cherry right off top, that black sweet cherry. It's not medicinal. You also smell the sour cherry, so that's accurate. Because of the almond note, I would go with Swiss Arabian's Tonka Shagaf Oud Tonka. This will go with Sahara by Latafa Vanilla by Tom Ford. This will go with Creed's Carmina or Avant Ruby. Jimmy Choo, I Want You Forever to highlight that cherry note. Jahari to highlight the plum note by Daniel Renee. Quentin Bish, Latafa's the black bottle, Teriyaki Intense because of the plum liqueur note. That will go well with that. This will go well with Maillard Cherry Intense by Latafa, or just a plain Maillard, which is Angel Nova Duplicate or Smell Alike by Mugler. This will go well with Montpellier Intensement by YSL and or Miss Armaf Chic. To add a rose note to it, because it does have that damask rose, this will go well with Delina or Delilah. This will go well with Fakama or Fakar Rose La Interdit. And to lighten it up, you could go with Ball de Freak or Vibrant Vetiver by Amir. So those some of the combinations it'll go with very well. So that, of course, like I said, the cherry bouquet from Afnan represents the hardship and such that African Americans went through and endured until they got their freedom in 1865. All right, so continuing on, the last one we're going to end on this note of the natural resources. We know the continent of Africa, it's probably the continent with the most natural resources, but we know that sometimes yes, I'm going to leave it like that. Have you ever seen the show Blood Diamond? And I'm going to leave it like that. But we know that the continent of Africa has a plethora of wealth right under their feet, from South Africa to Morocco. Yes, Morocco is in Africa. From Mali to Lesotho. Yes. So yes. Yes, yes, yes. So the last one, like I said, is going to represent the lush land of the continent of Africa, the lush land, the many, many natural resources that that continent was blessed with. This one has top notes of peach, mandarin orange, lychee, and bergamot. It has mid notes of peony, orange blossom, mahonial, and vetiver. So both this one and the other one has vetiver, and it has base notes of musk, oak moss, vanilla, and ambroxan. You guys already know when we hear oak moss, it'll go with BR540, anything in the BR540 family. And because of the lushness and the greenness of the flag, and the greenness that represents the lush vegetation and the lush resources of the continent of Africa, this one is going to be Mystique Bouquet by the House of Afnan. And as you guys can see, the Mystique Bouquet and the Cherry Bouquet are from the same collection. All right. So the Mystique Bouquet is said to be a smell alike of Valaya. There have been other fragrances that they say is, more closely mimics the Valaya DNA, but this one works fine for me. Sometimes when you order from Scent Split or something, if you order a full bottle, sometimes they will send you a few decants. I know I got a few decant of one of the perfume they Marley's. Fresh and clean. And particularly, excuse me, particularly it's a white peach in the top. I believe it's a white peach in the top. The peony note comes off as a soft rose to me. If anyone else notices that, please put it in the comment. And the lychee, of course, adds that sweetness. But this is great. To highlight the peach note, of course, I would go in with Sarah Baker's Peach's Revenge. I will go in with oh gosh, what is it by Navitus? I can't think of it. The one with Sharita M. She endorsed it. Navitus Parfum. I can't think of it, but it's one that is peachy, almost like a peach cobbler. We'll go well with this. Because of the lychee, the Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl, or Hayati Florence by Latafa, the Vetiver, Vibrant Vetiver, and or Ball the Freak. Um, it doesn't have apple, but this one goes very well with Cali Eden Juicy Apple. This one actually goes well with Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. That's a good one to wear with it. Amber Oud or Herba Pura smell alikes goes well with this one. and Oriana or Reina or Ensemble Gold goes very well with this one. And one that I did not have on the list, but it is surprisingly a great combination is oh my gosh, Blanche Bette by Liquide Imaginaire, and or you could try Her Confession by Latafa, and or Lactia Divina by the House of Paris Corner, the Tiskine collection. So I think that those are all the scents that I have today. And guys, remember. First of all, let me take that back. Thank you for joining my channel today on this Juneteenth, 1865. And just a word of advice: you're made in God's image, and I'm going to keep saying that you're made in God's image. And you do have some people who are standing behind pulpits and preaching, but they're filled with hate. So they're filled with hate because they think that the skin that they're in is better than the skin that I'm in. And this is not about skin in, skin out. It's not about that. It's just to say we're all made in God's image. So he's not a God that's a respecter of persons. So why on earth do you think because you have a different skin color you're better? For those of people who think like that, that's absurd. And I mean, God will use anyone. And do you not remember Rahab, guys? Go back to your Bible lessons. Rahab, he used her. Remember Moses' wife was from Ethiopia. You guys remember that? And then let me see. We could continue on and we could continue on, but it's just this hatred and this meanness and this taught behavior that we teach innocent children to hate is disgusting. And I could go on a rant, but I'm not. I want you guys to celebrate your freedom, celebrate Juneteenth, and when you're doing it, please celebrate it smelling good. And remember, guys, thank you again for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, put on the notification bell so you could be notified when videos come up. Please leave a comment. I want to get to know you. I want you to get to know me so we can help each other find that perfect sensation. And again, remember, your purpose is bigger than you will ever know. One love, take care.